Good afternoon, my name is Marcela Tobar, and today I will present my portfolio of designing resources. This portfolio is specifically focused on third grade students in public school, particularly children between age of 7 and 9. Why these 8 groups? Because it represents the formal stage of English learning in many schools. However, the material typically designed for these learners tend to be overly repetitive, mostly photocopies, fill in the blank exercise, and mechanical tasks. As a result, students are not experiencing meaningful or lasting learning. That is why the main purpose of this portfolio is to create resources that are more engaging, dynamic, and emotionally connected to the learners. The idea is not just to teach grammar or vocabulary, but it builds an emotional bridge between students and the language, encourage curiosity, creative, and genuine use of English. As Tomilson said, materials should be provide exposure to authentic use of language in contexts which engage the learners and which provide opportunities for them to use the language themselves. On the main page, you will find your 4 buttons that lead to different sections: design resources, teaching philosophy, strength, and leisure. Each section reflects a key part of who I am as a teacher and how I approach education. In this teaching philosophy section, I share my personal vision of education. To me, education is not just about transferring knowledge, it's about offering tools and meaningful resources that allow students to become active, to thoughtful members of society, individuals who can discover purpose, who understand that what motivates them, and who feel empowerment to make choices about their lives. Now, about main leisures, this section highlights activities that bring me joy outside the classroom, playing guitar, painting, baking, watching films, and enjoy live music. These hobbies deeply share how who I am as a person, as a teacher. They inspire creativity, empathy, and meaningful connections with others. My practicum with grades are recourse these values and influence my teaching approach. Empathy, creative, and serenity guide my work and strive to understand my students' perspectives and constantly look for new ways to grow personality and professionally. About design resources, this section showcases a range of material I designed during the course, such as flashcards, needs analysis, learning goals, worksheets, lesson plans, and a game board. My favorite is the game board, a playful adaptation of a traditional game used to teach vocabulary about classroom objects, animals, colors, and fruits. It's mainly learning fun, interactive, and memorable for the students. This experience confirmed how effective playful learning can be more young learners and how language naturally emerges throughout meaningful and joyful contexts. We create a virtual classroom, a playful role-based space inspired by a university library where students explore interactive videos on topics like body parts, routines, weather, and physical traits. It promotes curiosity and independent learning. I also developed 2 media-based resources: a multimedia podcast and a media project. The podcast, one of my favorite creations, follows young explorers learning to tell time on an analog clock. It includes an audio story, a video version, and infographic that explain clock parts, reading time in a fun, simple way.
Tick
This
tock,
project
tick
shows
tock.
how
What's
storytelling
the
and
time on the
technology
clock?
can transform even
Hello,
basic
Times
content
Flores.
into a rich,
I am Miss.
engagement, and learning experience. And that's all. Next, thanks for show the video.